street. Oh, Mayegun don't come. Oh, this one not day off in mind. Mayegun don't come. Oh, person where they do evil, no one make person talk. Them say that Mayegun, that man too they talk. He too they talk. Say Mayegun diary, he they hot like pepper. But every day, then they take money in bulk. Woman picking, they the street they hawk. Still them talk say, make we no talk. But thank God say, Mayegun don't come. So my people make you laugh. Oh, Mayegun don't come. Oh, my people make you shout. Oh, Mayegun làwa mọ̀, la mọ̀ jójójójó.
Hello there.
Làwa mọ̀, la mọ̀ jójójójó.
Good morning to you, good afternoon to you, and good evening to you from wherever you are watching from. It is Mayegun live.
Àṣírí ọ̀dẹ̀lú kì í kó níbẹ̀ o.
Share this broadcast. It is good to be back again. Read the caption of the broadcast. It is very important you do that. Okay? It will give you the idea of what this video is all about. Read the description of the video as well. That too will tell you more about other important issues that will be discussed in the broadcast as well. Please. Nigeria denies Nnamdi Kanu's bail today. They said he is possibly going to jump bail again. They have now defied their own Supreme Court directives. Nnamdi Kanu also sent some messages for all of us. You, me, every one of us who is in the trenches facing this contraption. He has a message. I am going to take you into the courtroom. I've got pieces of clips I'm going to share with you what happened inside that courtroom, including the exchanges between Nnamdi Kanu and the judge. Now, today, Gaba Live, tell them Mayegun today. So, good morning to you once again. Good afternoon to you. And good evening to you from wherever you are joining from. Of course, it is Mayegun live. I know you probably have heard the news that the corrupt, rotten, divisive establishments in Nigeria that kidnapped Nnamdi Kanu 33 months ago, just 3 months to 3 years, that he has been locked up illegally, defying their own courts. So today, also defying their own Supreme Court. that said Nnamdi Kanu did not jump bail when the Nigerian army, Nigerian military, on the order of Buratai the Butcher, decided to go to his house and kill him before his day in court. That was what their Supreme Court said. Ladies and gentlemen, 33 months that they have kidnapped him. They have not been able to present one single evidence of the crime they are holding him for. They have done everything to try to create and manufacture evidence by sponsoring and funding the politically, mobilized terrorists that they called unknown gunmen. On 2 occasions, Nnamdi Kanu gave his words that every kind of violence against the Biafrans, who he said is currently sacrificing for his own freedom, his health, his parents, his family. On those 2 occasions, he was completely rebuffed. So they kept manufacturing evidence. They created unknown gunmen. Yet, they are still unable to present one single evidence that Nnamdi Kanu instructed anyone or any group of people to perpetrate any act of violence anywhere in the name of IPOB. Remember, the Nigerian government under Buhari spent so much. They spent a fortune on lobbyists in America, trying to convince the American Congress to help them convince the White House that IPOB must be designated as a terrorist organization in America. And all of that money came to zilch because there was no real proof or any evidence that IPOB is behind any violence. Not now. Because if they did have their evidence, they kidnapped Nnamdi Kanu for 33 months. And for those 33 months, they could not present an evidence that could at least convict him. They charged him for treasonable felony. They charged him for inciting the public against the government. They forgot to charge him for calling Buhari Jibrin al-Sudani. Now, Jibrin al-Sudani is something that Nnamdi Kanu said if he is proved wrong, he will drop the entire Biafra agitation if Buhari could do DNA test. Now, they kidnapped him. He's been in their custody. He's been there. They've been psychologically torturing him. They've been doing a lot. They have been killing people out there, doing everything to possibly break him. Unfortunately, they are still yet to produce any evidence. So Buhari is gone. And Tifnumbu is now the one trying to kill Nnamdi Kanu. And it is going to be where if Nnamdi Kanu is killed, if Tifnumbu succeed in killing Nnamdi Kanu, it will be to the satisfaction of the Ronukus. I am talking about the Lagos Abobakus, the Oshogbo Alimajiris, the bastards, the bad idiots, including their jihadist cousins from the Sahel, Sharia, Sokoto. They will be so happy that the cause of economic hardship in Nigeria has been killed by Tifnumbu, and Nigeria can, because there are so many of them that their obsession with the Igbos is unimaginable. Now, their obsession is so strong and self-destructive that Fulani terrorists killed 3 Yoruba Obas in a space of 3 days, 3 days, they killed 3 Yoruba Obas. No single rage. In fact, these Abobakus, these ass lickers, crumb eaters, crumb chasers, all risers, they were doing everything. They were overworking to try to manufacture something that is going to link it to the Igbo. Now, obsession, we can see it. It's unfortunate, isn't it? So do not let anybody tell you that it was Bokwari, it's the Fulanis that are holding Nnamdi Kanu. Forget that. The person holding Nnamdi Kanu right now is no other person than the bigoted, demented Tifnumbu, to the satisfaction of his own lieutenants. Don't ever forget that, and do not meddle in it. You see, those of you who like to stay neutral, nobody should be neutral in the face of injustice. You must remember that. You must never be neutral. In fact, when you claim to be neutral in the face of injustice, you have taken sides. And we can tell it is obviously not the side of the victims. It will be the side of the oppressors. And that's exactly where we are now. Okay? So Tifnumbu will be satisfying the bloodsuckers, the sewage dwellers in his own camp. And that's why we are going to go to their courts today. Now, in order not to waste much of our time, let's go see what happened inside that court this morning when Injustice Binta in Nyako decided to continue to detain Nnamdi Kanu in the custody of the DSS criminals that are indeed doing everything to kill him. And today, Nnamdi Kanu told everybody present. In fact, he actually spoke a lot today. You would have to kind of take your time to begin to look into all of what he said and listen. Nnamdi Kanu said, they are trying to wait till I am almost dead. Then they will release me so that I won't die in their custody. I will go and die maybe after a week, a month, or 2 months after they release me. He said they have denied him access to his doctors. They've denied him access to his medication. They've denied him rest on so many occasions. He said he has developed lumps. That means under his shoulder. He has developed lumps through different kind of physical torture and psychological too, on several locations, just to their for their own satisfaction. I'm talking about the DSS guys, just for their satisfaction. They will go and bring him out and just throw him straight into the solitary confinement, where it will be for days and sometimes for weeks. They will deny him access to his lawyers, and whenever they are really present, they are timed, ush, and push out. He's denied access to his prayer time. He's quite a religious guy, right? And as part of the psychological torture to further break him, they have denied him access to his prayer materials deliberately. So all of these are the things he's enduring there. And to him, he said that he's still alive. Somehow is a surprise. Because to them, they told him, they said, no, you will use the DSS hospital, DSS doctors. And even their own DSS doctors said, refer this guy to a proper hospital for a proper check and, like care on several occasions. And they have denied him all of that. So he confronted the judge inside the court today. He told her that, listen, except if you're also in on all of this, but does it make any sense? If you accuse me of something, do I not have any right at all being in your custody? Does this court not have any right to protect somebody who is in the custody of the state? And they are doing all of this. And every now and then we come here, we complain, you give order, nobody follow the order. I'll show you. But first, let's see the entrance when Nnamdi Kanu arrived in court this morning. Are you there?
It should be on this side. Yeah, feeling his rear. Go to the side. It's better.
Cotton is it?
Go to I don't.
So that was the entrance and all of that, the lawyers and all that. Then there were like, in-house chats and all of that with his lawyers, pretty much like briefings, right? I think I have a copy of them. I'll show you. Yes. So it gets more interesting, right? So at a point he was being asked questions, and it was pretty much about, you know what, you've not really had a chance of saying anything much other than when you are briefly, brought to court. But there's been so much going on since your arrest. A lot of people have taken up in your defense. They have taken up the struggle to even a physical one, whereby the state government, the federal government, they are actually like set out, okay? The more they set out to sort of break the IPOB, it seems that the more stronger they have become. And in fact, it's like some of them have gone radical and all that, right? But it was like, no, listen, guys, listen. We must never forget why you want Biafra. It is because of what an average Biafran is facing in the current, how the current Nigeria is structured. This is an open secret, Abi. Now, these people want to ensure that the entire struggle is broken. They are doing that with me. But you cannot continue to give them what they will be using in justifying why they continue to kill our people and then marginalize them. I'll take you to that. Listen.
Did you get it?
Yes. I'm not relaxed until we get absolute and total victory. I'm not relaxed. We know the law. My team here, they are more than perfect. They know what to do, and they're going to do it. And we're going to prevail ultimately. Because justice must prevail.
He's still in the dog.
The court also that
We'll give you a woman from Southeast.
depending on the strength of the argument. They are using it to do experiment against us. Exactly. I don't see it. There is no way we're going to allow that to happen. My right must be for justice. Yes. My right to fair hearing must be observed.
They brought him to Kenya into this dock and allowed him to talk without his lawyer.
And he's only fighting for justice.
Yes. I have congenital heart failure. Congestive heart failure is called. From the medication, you can tell. So they're basically trying to keep me alive. So when they calculate that I'm about to give up, that my heart's about to pack up, they will now say go. So when I go outside, I will die outside. That's what I'm trying to do.
The medications they've been giving to you,
yes. It's not working. If it's working, why would I have all these lumps underneath my...
And he has written a petition to the Nigerian Medical Association where they brought one quack doctor, somebody who is not a doctor, to treat him.
To come and try and treat him.
But up to now, they have nobody.
They don't know what they're doing. And they know they don't know what they're doing. Or else, why would I have this?
As long as it remains in the SS custody,
there will be no trial.
He's seeking for a non-custodial arrangement by the court. Because, exactly, I don't mind house arrest. Because I'll defeat them. In this court, I'll defeat the government of Nigeria. Yeah. The whole world will see it. Where is the treasonable felon? Where is it? All these years, journalists are having treasonable treason. What is treason today? It's gone. In some way, this terrorism charge will go. I'm thinking of another capital offense that can charge me. Maybe, I don't know, impregnating the wife of somebody. I don't know. The federal government, they know I'm not guilty. My only guilt is that I'm fighting for my people. And I will fight for it.
For justice.
For justice and fairness and equity.
Advice to the people of those who are using IPOB to commit crime.
Using IPOB to commit crime is a criminal. Yes. It's not part of this family.
Repeat it again.
Our family is based on 4 cardinal points. You must be without fear before your enemies. You must speak the truth always, even if it leads to your death. You must help the poor and those who cannot help themselves, and be of good character that God may love thee. That's who we are.
So what would be your words to those out there in the East who are killing you?
That they are criminals. They are criminals. They are not part of this family. We are called a family for a reason. We've come to save our people, not to enslave them. Anybody conducting any type of activity that contravenes the welfare of our people is a criminal. I must be dealt with.
Wait, when you repeat this one.
Anybody who is involved in any form of criminality, any form of violence or subversion in the name of Biafra is not part of this family. Our family is noble. It's called IPOB. It's all over the world.
So you condemn anything that has to do with killing in the southeast?
Why would I kill violence? People have sacrificed my parents for them. Why would I want to kill anybody person after that?
So anybody who's committing crime in the name of IPOB is on his own.
He's a criminal. I've said it. He's a criminal and should be dealt with adequately.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Tuesday.
So that was when he mentioned the 4 cardinal points of IPOB, and strong in that is to speak the truth, even if it leads to your death. Defend the poor, all right? Defend our people, all right? So it continues. He continued.
Onye ọbụla pụtara na-esu ohi na-agba ama na-atụrụ ndị mmadụ na-eme ihe niile ndị a niile kwere na oyi IPOB onye abụ onye ohi ka we are here to fight for freedom, for justice, equity, and fairness. That's what we're fighting for. Nothing more, nothing less. And we cannot be cowed by anybody. We are without fear before our enemies. And we speak the truth always. I want all the journalists here arrayed to go and ask government of Nigeria, what happened to treasonable felon? Where are those charges today?
From 2015.
They have just disappeared because they have no evidence against me.
Anybody
committing crime cannot go scot-free. I swear it. They cannot go scot-free. Anybody involved in any type of crime in the East cannot go free. And they're doing it because I'm in DSS. That's why if I said no idiot can try this rubbish, and they know it very well. They know it very well. And I suspect that some people in government are complicit. Yes. They are making money with insecurity.
That's correct.
They're making money with it. They know Nnamdi Kanu is outside. In 2 minutes, this nonsense will stop. Who is the idiot? Who is the bagger? That will speak when I'm talking. Who is the fool? Who is the idiot? I ask. That I give an order in the East, and any idiot will counter it. Who is the bastard? I'm asking you. Nobody can.
Sir, are you
I'm Nnamdi Kanu. Who is the idiot? Rubbish.
No, don't.
No,
No, no.
What is it?
Can you tell us the ongoing killings in the East in the name of IPOB? What is your stand on that?
Anybody involved in any form of violence or insecurity in the Southeast
In the name of IPOB.
in the name of IPOB is a gunner, and they know it. Let me come out of this nonsense, this mess. 2 minutes only.
There will be peace
Only 2 minutes, I guarantee you.
and tranquility.
And there'll be peace in the East. Not just Southeast. Everywhere in the East, if not the entire South. Huh?
Yes.
No, I want the hand. One here. That will be justice.
You heard that, yeah? So, when they want you to celebrate the shooting of people at the beer parlor because they are not sitting at home, the attack on people, travelers, because they disobeyed this or that, every act of violence against the Biafran, anybody who is actually behind it or in support of it cannot be considered to be a member of IPOB. You heard it from him. And he strongly believes, and many of us actually said it on this platform, that except for those who are indeed making money, blood money, on this state-sponsored violence in the eastern part of Nigeria, that despite being the most militarized region in Nigeria, yet they continue to what? To allow their own free criminals to roam, and innocent people and harmless people are being bombed and killed in their own homes. Especially in Imo State, where Hopeless Uzodingba, who opened the door for terrorism to the eastern part of Nigeria anyway. You heard him. He suspects that there are people in there who are making a lot of money from this, and they will love the entire description, the entire scenario to continue to make it look like the eastern Nigeria is in turmoil. And he called his detention and his continued illegal detention as nonsense. That where is the terrorism charges today? You know, something I believe is for everyone and whatever your differences are, there is a voice. There is a voice that I believe is stronger than, or sort of has more influence than any other voice, that should tell everybody to begin to what? To come together. Because in the long run, there are actually those who are making a lot of money from ensuring and doing their best to want to try and turn the exact narrative of IPOB and what IPOB really stands for to what the system wanted to be like, because they have been waiting for a time to justify why they are killing harmless and innocent people in eastern Nigeria. And according to him, 2 minutes, the moment the news of his release gets to the eastern Nigeria, there are some of these criminals that will naturally, right, disarm themselves. And it's true. Very convinced, right? Here is his encounter with the judge, Gongon, talking about his health, his treatment, and he will prefer to be actually transferred to a proper prison, which is Kuje prison, right? He demanded for that, except if the plot is to kill him before they finally free him. Listen, this one are between Nnamdi Kanu and Judge now, inside the court. You won't see their face, but listen to the voice.
My Lord, please, I cannot go into trial where something so blatant as a violation of a constitutional provision will be allowed to happen in your court. The law says, the Constitution says, you must give me adequate facilities. SSS is not adequate facility. It's there.
Mr. Kanu,
Then my Lord, please make alternative arrangement. People can just say something called house arrest. I can say somewhere, maybe, I don't know, if it's in Bangladesh or maybe in Google. House arrest. It's not everywhere.
as long as it's not my house.
I can be in a house arrest. It's not everywhere anymore. It's a political matter and they know they're wasting my time here.
Have you made any such application?
We will make it to them, my Lord. And please, my Lord, please, there's a big problem which you're overlooking. What happened to reasonable felon? What happened? No, but you are dragging me all over the place. The court, everywhere. Now they come, prison, the whole world. You want to overthrow Buhari. Where is the where are those terrorists now? They are gone. They are just destroying my name for no reason.
Mr. Kanu, you can't allow this case to go into trial.
Because I'm not allowed to go to my court because I cannot be relevant to a trial without my right being protected. It cannot happen.
Okay. They are not ready.
An application will make them, my Lord. You can send me in, you can put me in a house and somewhere in Abuja. I don't want to go to this or this case. Finish. I'm going to defeat them in this court. I will defeat them here in front of you. You run away from this family, they run away again from terrorism. Now the victim is terrorism. From where is terrorism? From their witness statement. Is there terrorism there? There is nothing.
I have not read the alternative, but it's not like you see, there are many things that require that I don't need to read now until that demands okay.
Onye du aịkọ, o meriwo n'izu, onye ya abakarị, mama dawụra, ụlọ pụrụ imeri Nnamdi win the war. Python that's 1, Python that's 2, now Python that's 3. Ụlọ pụrụ imeri Nnamdi win the war. Python that's 1, Python that's 2. Na Python that's the thread. Unapoli meri Nnamdi bụ onye du aịkọ. O meriwo n'izu mbiro ya. Abakarị mama ndawụra. Unapoli meri Nnamdi win the war. Python that's 1, Python that's 2. Now Python that's the 3. Unapoli meri Nnamdi win the war. Python that's 1, Python that's 2. Now Python that's the 3. Unapoli meri Nnamdi win the war. Python that's 1, Python that's 2. Now Python that's the 3. Unapoli meri Nnamdi win the war. Python that's 1, Python that's 2.